Life can change in the blink of an eye. One wrong move, one slip of attention, and everything could be over. But sometimes, people get a second chance. In today's episode of Crash and Learn, let's begin. Location: Poland. A cyclist was caught on Polish railway surveillance cameras as he circumvented a lowered barrier at a railway crossing and was hit by an approaching high-speed train. Miraculously, he survives, not a single scratch. Lesson: never assume you have just enough time to cross. Trains can't stop, but you can. This dramatic footage shows a terrifying moment when a mechanical overhead door suddenly malfunctions, nearly causing a serious injury. In just seconds, a routine day at work turns into a life-threatening situation, highlighting the hidden dangers that can lurk in industrial environments. Thanks to quick reflexes, the individual narrowly escapes harm as the heavy door crashes down. This gripping footage captures the terrifying moment a fuel tanker loses control on Toronto's Highway 401 and erupts into a massive fireball. Flames shoot into the sky as the truck crashes and ignites, creating a chaotic scene that brings emergency responders racing to the site. The dramatic visuals serve as a powerful reminder of the risks involved in transporting hazardous materials on high-traffic roads. Set to intense music from bensound.com, the video highlights the urgent need for caution, responsibility, and preparedness on the road, especially when lives and volatile cargo are involved. Lesson: when danger is riding with you, there's no room for error. Transporting fuel or hazardous materials demands the highest level of focus and safety. One mistake can trigger a disaster. Drive defensively, maintain your vehicle, and respect the weight of what you're carrying. Sometimes, heroes don't wear capes. Sometimes, they drive a truck and just happen to be in the right place at the right time. Hanoi, Vietnam. A 2-year-old girl climbs out of her family's apartment window on the 12th floor. She clings to a ledge, her tiny hands barely holding on. People below begin to scream. Some record, some pray, and one man runs. A delivery truck driver waiting outside the building hears the commotion. He doesn't hesitate. He jumps over a tall fence, races into position, and looks up. Seconds later, the child loses her grip. She falls, 12 stories straight down. Man catching the child on his arms, collapsing to the ground. Miraculously, the girl escapes with only a dislocated hip. Man suffers a sprain, but nothing serious. The world calls him a hero, but he humbly replies, anyone would have done the same. Lesson: even for a moment, open windows or balconies can become deadly. Always secure your home. Install window guards, lock balcony doors, and never leave young children unattended near high places. Prevention is the real act of protection. Narrator: captured by a Tesla's Dashcam. This jaw-dropping footage shows a car suddenly launched into the air after hitting a loose tire that had come off a pickup truck on a Southern California freeway. The incident took place on the 118 freeway in Chatsworth. This dramatic moment is a stark reminder of how quickly things can go wrong, and the real danger posed by unsecured vehicle parts and debris on the road. Lesson: secure your wheels. Lives depend on it. A single loose tire can turn into a deadly projectile. Regular vehicle maintenance and thorough inspections are essential to ensure the safety of all road users. Narrator: this stunning 4K footage captures a dramatic jet ski accident at the Wedge, one of Southern California's most iconic and dangerous surf breaks. The video reveals the sheer force of the ocean and the high stakes of extreme water sports. As towering waves crash with full power, an experienced rider is suddenly caught in a violent wipeout, showing just how fast things can spiral out of control in rough surf. Thanks to the crystal-clear resolution, every second of the impact and its aftermath is captured in vivid detail, offering both awe and a sobering reality check. Lesson: no matter your experience level, always wear safety gear, check conditions beforehand, and never underestimate the sea's unpredictability. Preparation and caution aren't just good habits, they're life-saving. In a terrifying moment caught on video, a 6-year-old boy in Chongqing, China, got his hand trapped in the moving belt of an escalator at a residential community. The incident occurred in the early evening while the boy was playing alone near the escalator. Firefighters arrived quickly and initially attempted to free his hand using an iron pry bar, but when that failed, they switched to a hydraulic spreader. After a tense 20-minute rescue effort, The boy was successfully freed and rushed to the hospital, where doctors confirmed a fracture in his left hand. This incident is a stark reminder of how quickly an everyday location can become dangerous when children are left unattended. Lesson: escalators aren't playgrounds. Children should never play near moving machinery unsupervised. Even a moment of distraction can lead to serious injury. Supervision, caution, and proper safety education are essential to keep kids safe in public spaces. In this incredible real-life footage, a motorcyclist is suddenly struck by a deer that darts across the road without warning. The dramatic impact sends both the rider and the animal tumbling, yet miraculously, neither suffers serious injury. This unexpected encounter is a powerful reminder of how quickly danger can appear on the road, especially in areas near forests or rural landscapes. Watch the moment unfold and see how both rider and deer walk away from what could have been a tragic accident. Lesson: always expect the unexpected, especially on open roads. Wildlife can appear in an instant. Staying alert, maintaining safe speeds, and scanning the road ahead can mean the difference between a close call and a catastrophe. This breathtaking footage captures the terrifying moment when a paragliding stunt nearly ends in disaster over Urgania, Spain. While performing an advanced acro-paragliding maneuver in strong turbulence, pilot Kevin Phillip experiences a critical failure. His brake line jams, causing his main parachute to malfunction mid-air. In a life-or-death moment, Kevin fights to regain control and narrowly avoids tragedy. His quick thinking and experience turn a potential fatal plunge into a miraculous recovery. This clip is a vivid reminder of both the extreme risks and incredible skill involved in high-adrenaline sports like paragliding. Lesson: in extreme sports, there's no substitute for preparation. Skill and experience saved Kevin's life, but even the best can face failure. Always double-check equipment, train for the worst, and never underestimate nature's unpredictability. This heart-pounding footage captures a heroic rescue at Union Square subway station in Manhattan. A man in a wheelchair accidentally falls onto the tracks, with a train just seconds away. Without hesitation, a bystander leaps down to help, quickly joined by others, and together they pull the man to safety in a split second before disaster strikes. Filmed by WCBS writer Lauren Minnan, the scene is a stunning example of human courage, quick reflexes, and the power of strangers coming together in a life-or-death moment. The man was taken to the hospital and is now in stable condition, thanks to the bravery of those around him. Just one careless second can change a life forever. An accident on a construction site, a crash on the road. Sometimes, they are more than just statistics in the news. They are tears, heartbreak, and irreversible loss for countless families. In today's video, we take a closer look at real-life labor and traffic accidents, not to frighten, but to awaken. From terrifying vehicle collisions to shocking workplace mishaps, each one could have ended in tragedy. Yet somehow, some of those involved made miraculous escapes. Every image, every story, is a powerful reminder. Safety is not something we're simply given. It's earned through caution, awareness, and responsibility. Watch to understand. Share to raise awareness. Narrator: every one of these people got a second chance. Not everyone does. So what's the lesson here? Stay alert, respect danger, and never take safety for granted. If this video made you pause and think, consider sharing it. You might just save someone's life. This is Crash and Learn. Watch, learn, stay safe. See you in the next one.